Did you ever have a game plan for your career at any time?
No. And I just read an article this morning in Liz Smith that Meryl Streep had said anybody that thinks they plan their career, she doesn't say is out of their mind, but I say, because you can't plan it. You'd like to say, what you'd like to plan is to be able to be home with your children and, you know, take care of other things in your life, because it isn't just the show business. But you have to take what, you have to be able to choose those things that are not good for you, but that come up. They don't always come up, you know, and you don't know if something is going to be a hit. Nobody knows it. You read it and you enjoy it. When I did Birdie, when I first heard, and all the guys know this, I got this call from someone, I won't say who, and he said, great friend, comedian, and he says, in 2 seconds I'll tell, but give me $5 and I will tell. No.
I'll give you $5.
And so he says, gosh, I just read, you know, Bye Bye Birdie, and it just, I don't know what they're going to do with this thing. I just read for it. And I said, oh, my God, well, I've got to see. And these are my friends, Charles Strauss, Mike Stewart, pardon me, and Lee Adams. And actually, I hadn't met Lee, I think, at the time. Anyhow, so I said, oh, what am I going to do? They're my friends, and I'm going to be embarrassed. I go with Dick Seff, my agent at the time, and Dick Van Dyke is there, and Gower Champion's there, and Charles and Lee and Michael. And we go in, and I read it and before I went in, and I even said, brat kids. I mean, I can't. Can you imagine people sitting there just saying it's okay for bratty kids to be on the phone? This is how much a Chita knows, right? So I say, but I'll go, and, you know, I know it just, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I am ashamed to say that's why I'm whispering. So I'm sitting there, they start to play this music, Richie. And I go, what? And I finally stand up at the end of the first act, and I go, I have to do this. I have to do this. I absolutely adore this. My agent says, come here, Chita. Takes me in the bedroom. Ed Padula was there, too, because how can I forget? I can't forget Ed Padula. He's a great friend, and he was the producer of the show. They all come running in the room, and, you know, he says, just wait until you hear the whole thing and just don't say anything. I said, I'm sorry, Richard. I have got to do this show. I feel it in my bones. As Rosie would say, feel it in my waters. Her grandmother. Anyhow, so thank God. You've got to follow your instincts because you just don't know.